Hello there, guys. My name is Marco. I decided to film outside because it's easier to film. Also, I have a whole bunch of logs in the back, so it kind of gives it a little bit of the nature vibe. Because what I'm about to talk about today, I'm going to talk about the talk about the trailer, and my thoughts and my opinions of what I think about the the new Tomb Raider movie that's going to come out, or talk about the trailer or something like that. Because I love the 2013 reboot game. I play that game a lot and I like it. So I saw the trailer and I also saw this other uh, video when they talk about how Alicia, I think that's her name, how she became Lara Croft and all that stuff. So I want to talk about all these things, talk about my opinions, stuff like that. Note this, I'm going to give you guys a disclaimer. I never played the old school Tomb Raider games. I never played them, but I played the 2013 reboot one, and I really did like it. I also played Rise of the Tomb Raider, so there's that. And since this movie is based around the 2013 reboot, it's perfect. I could talk about it because I really love that game. And the reason why I never played the old school Tomb Raider games, which I want to play, is because I was owning a Nintendo system, and people told me the Xbox was great, it was awesome. I bought that and never played PlayStation, so when it came to Tomb Raider, I was like, I don't know if I want to. So there's that. Okay. But I have nothing against it. I do want to play them, but I love the 2013 reboot, so I want to talk about this. First off, I want to talk about the character itself, the actress and stuff like that. Do I think that she looks like Lara Croft? Uh, there's something a little bit off about it. Like when I look at Wonder Woman, the actress, which I don't know her name, when I look at her, she looks like Wonder Woman, like she really does. When I look at uh, Downey Jr., he looks like Tony Stark and something like that. But when it comes to Lara Croft, there's something about her that seems a little bit like I don't really. I'm not gonna say that she's 100% Lara Croft because I seen some girls or females that cosplay a Lara Croft and they look really similar to the character. But when I look at this one, when I look at Alicia, there's something about her that doesn't feel that she's Lara Croft. But that's my opinion. And do I think that she really looks like the character? Kind of. There's a small little bit, kind of, but a little bit off. You know, it's like I can't really measure what it is. Okay. So there's that. That's what I think about the character. Now I want to talk about how her acting or something like that in this movie and stuff like that. Um, Side by side stuff. Here's the thing. I saw that clip where she said that she trained a lot and everything like that, and she was very tough and everything like that, which I think is great. You should do that. Everybody should be able to like exercise a lot and train because that is important. And she did that for this role, and I think that was really great. That was something that Lara Croft, the character, actually is. But the thing about it is that on this movie, basically, she started out as being a vulnerable person. You know, she doesn't have any strength. She was like an archaeologist or something like that, trying to find like a temple or a tomb. And she had a crew, so she wasn't really trying to be like tough or anything like that. But once the ship breaks down and she has to be on the water, stuff like that, she has to basically survive. And when you look at her, she doesn't look very strong or anything like that. She's very vulnerable, and she gains a lot of her strength as she goes out because she's like in in an island, and she's like, I gotta do something, you know, I gotta survive. And yes, there is a lot of gore and a lot of blood and all these things, and she does get hurt a lot, which is those are the things that are in the game. But that's all of these things, and that's the way she is in the game. Now, when I look at this trailer, it looks different, especially when she says she trains a lot. I feel like there is a sense of like differences. Um, you know, the difference is that in this one, she looks like she's always tough, which is okay, but it's not accurate to the game. You know, in the game, she's like this female or this girl that's vulnerable, and then she gains strength. She becomes stronger. And this one, she's already strong. I'm like, really, you are strong already? I don't know. That's what the way they assumed it in this trailer, or the way that it is. So if it is like that, that will kind of bother me a little bit. And also, if you're doing this because you're trying to inspire females to be tough, I don't think that it's a great method because it's like this: when you see a weight loss or something like that, like a person being overweight and now he's not overweight, he's fit. That's a good inspirational thing, right? And that's what this could be. But the movie is different. It's like she already is tough, so there's no improvement there. And also, so there's those things. Um, Now I want to talk about the characters, the extra characters there. Of course, there's in the game. There's Samantha, there's Alex, there's Jonah, there's Roth. All of these characters, there's Matthias. All these characters are great, and they're there in the game. Now in the movie, I didn't see any of these characters, which kind of sucks for me because Roth did do a big part in the game that I wish it would have been on the movie, but that didn't happen. So not having those characters there, I kind of like, I don't know. It just feels like you're not putting more into the movie. You taking away a little bit less, and those are the things. Now here's the thing: the movie itself is not a word for word or an exact replica of the game. There are some elements from the game, but I think that the other things are from some old school Tomb Raider game, or they probably just want to make their own Tomb Raider movie or something like that, like make their own story and stuff like that. Do take some elements and just do it like that, And to me, I think that's okay. That's okay, I guess, but that's the way it is. So there's those things, okay. The other thing is that the whole movie itself, I mean, the trailer itself, it doesn't interest me to want to watch the movie. I need to see another trailer. And there are a few shots there that were sort of like, oh, this shot's gonna be very epic or stuff like that. Yes, kind of feels like it's gonna be epic and stuff like that, but it doesn't look. It doesn't look like it. Where she jumps in the water, it's like she's just jumping in the water. It's like, it's like the ship is drowning, jumps in the water. That's about it. She wakes up in an island. She gets knocked out. About it. In the game, it's different. In the game, she jumps up. Basically, the ship is kind of like crushed like that. She jumps up, and there's Roth over there, and it's like, hey, grab my hand. And I can't remember if she grabs it or not, but apparently she falls down into the water. She gets up in the sea. Oh, and then she sees the other characters there. Other characters are in the game, and she screams at them. Then she gets knocked out. That small little part, it kind of makes the movie a little bit more interesting instead of her just jumping on the water. And the part where she's basically jumping in the plane, in the wing of the plane, yes, destroying. She jumps, okay. I don't know. It's just those shots, like they feel epic, but when you look at them, it's like they don't look that much, and that's my opinions. So throughout this whole movie, it just feels a little bit bland. I feel like it. I feel like I want this movie to be good. Like I want this movie to be good. I want it to be a lot of stuff, but it just, by the trailer, it doesn't feel good. And to be honest, I feel like this movie is going to be PG-13 because it's just like the other movies, okay? Assassin's Creed, the games are rated M for mature, and then the movie itself is PG-13. They also did the same thing with Ghost in the Shell. The anime movie was well for mature people, and the movie came out PG-13. And that movie, I don't think it was terrible by any means, but it was really different, and the story did not really went word for word on the actual anime itself. It did its own thing. Okay. But yeah, I don't know how they can do this. This is since I'm guessing they're trying to make it their own little movie themselves because, like I said, it does not copy for word from the reboot. I don't know. I'm guessing it will be PG-13. That's my guess. Which, if you wanna, I don't know, because in the reboot one there is a lot of gore, there is a lot of blood there, and this movie is probably not gonna have that. And I want it to be rated R because if it's rated R, this movie could be actually be a little bit good because I want to see a movie that it's based on a video game that is rated R because a lot of movies that are based around video games are not that great. Even the old Tomb Raider movie that came out Angelina Jolie, which I think that she did look like Lara Croft. the old school Lara Croft didn't really do that well. Assassin's Creed didn't do that well, and a lot of movies don't really do well because of that. I don't know, maybe because they're PG-13 or they don't do exactly like they say in the movies or something like that. I really don't know, and that's my thought. And to be honest, dude, I feel like it's not 100% the director's fault. It's because when you make a movie, you really need to make your money back. You need to make an earning of it, and that's what you need to do. You don't want to make a loss. So sometimes you do need to do these things because not only are you trying to please the fans, you're also trying to please the general audience, which the fans are the people that love the games, they know what the character is, and the general audience are people that don't know nothing. Uh, they're like Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. What the hell is that? I don't know nothing about that. And that's the one thing that they need to please. So they do. Sometimes they do need to shift away from what's in the game and kind of do something different. Uh, it's nobody's fault. That's just the way it is. The general audience are not interested in certain things, and the fans are, and that's why we don't see a great representation of Sometimes we don't see a great representation as video games turn into movies because of those things. Also, comic books, superheroes, things that are in the comic book. We don't see a great representation put into movies. Sometimes we do, but sometimes they have to change it up because of that. Because they need to make their money and that they need to make earnings and all that stuff. So that's why they gonna have to please both. So that's my thought about it. I know this video was kind of long. I'm really, really sorry about that. I just want to give you guys my thought. I know this one was a long overdue video, but I just want to give you guys my thoughts and what I think. I'm hoping this movie does great. If it doesn't do great, if my channel does grow a lot bigger, I will make a short film of this, and I will try to make it better than it. But I really am hoping that this movie does great because I'm not hyped for it, but I'm hoping it does good. I'm hoping it proves me wrong, but I just don't feel like it's hyped because, just don't. So, hope you guys like this video and see you guys later.